This is a Stratocaster type guitar that I'm building for my brother Tom. It's in the rough right now. It's got the basic paint on it. It's routed now. Well, let me step back. This is was like a sellout, like a clearance thing where a company called Guitar Fetish buys out stores or factories that either quit making guitars or for whatever reason. Anyway, it's a one of those, and it was real rough when I got it, and I started doing the paint on it. You can't tell, it's sanded right now. The basic, I did a lot of filling and sanding, and so that's the way it looks right now. But what I did today is I drilled the holes for the tone and volume and the selector switch, which if you look, it's not like a standard Stratocaster, because the Strat has 3 pickups, and this body was pre-routed for a humbucker, middle like a standard Strat type pickup, and a neck Strat style pickup. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire it with a double pickup. I'm going to keep the humbucker at the bridge position. I'm going to put a blank in the center, and I'm going to route the top for a second humbucker. So it's going to be a Telecaster style switching. It'll just be volume and tone, and then a 3-position switch, which will be neck, both, and bridge. But hopefully, it's not so much that I'm a cheap ass, but I already have pots and stuff for a Tele style guitar. So that's what I'm going to do. And then if my brother decides later that he wants to go back to 3 pickups, if he puts a faceplate on it, which I'm not going to have a faceplate on this, or a pick guard rather, I should say. If he wants to go to a standard Tele style, he could put a pick guard on here and do all the wiring within the pick guard, and drop the stuff back in, because obviously a Strat style pickup's going to fit in a humbucker hole, and what's going to become a humbucker hole, so he can redo that. It's hard to tell because it's been wet sanded, but this is silver and then blue. It's a real dark, deep blue metallic, and the back is deep blue metallic. This is going to be all parts. This is obviously not used, but an abandoned body. And then what I did is, let me grab it. I found on eBay, I was looking around, and I found this neck. This is a neck that's going to go on it, and this is a Squire, licensed by Fender, bullet Strat neck. It came with the tuning pegs. Not bad. I'm sure they're not probably not top of the line, but they feel all right. One felt a little. I thought it was it was loose, and there's actually I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's little screws on the top of the pegs, and one of the tuning pegs, or machine heads, or I'm not sure what you call them really, was felt real loose. And I was like, oh, this is a problem. And it just turned out that one of these little screws were loose, and I just tweaked each one a little bit, and now they seem to have not, I don't know if you'd say friction, but they're nice, they're firm. They're not wobbling around and bobbly, so I think that'll work out. And since this was on a guitar, it's got string trees. Some guitars you see have one, some have none, and this one happened to have two, and that's the way it is. The cutaway for the well, I'm at a loss of words. Whatever the hell it is that makes the neck bow seems nice and it's in line. I've seen some of the aftermarket things. This neck was actually made in Indonesia, and of course it's licensed by Fender, I guess. So you never really know. Some people say, "Oh, it's Chinese junk," or it's this or that, or it's the other thing. But I mean, the bottom line is, if it's straight, if the neck is straight and it feels good and it plays well, and the frets on this, they're not really sharp edges. I mean, he'll have to be he'll have to decide that. I mean, maybe they need a little bit of finish work, but I think it should certainly be at least playable and work out all right. So the basic plan is to put this together. It's going to be clear coated. I have to do some more paint work. It's going to have two humbucker pickups, and it's going to have the switching in the format of a Telecaster. So it's going to be two pickups. And this, because I'm not putting a pick guard on here, because I want to keep most of the colors and everything exposed. What I'm going to do is put a mock-up, it'll be a humbucker style, so it will look like it has three humbuckers, but it will have a neck position humbucker and a bridge position humbucker, and then it'll just have a black humbucker. And speaking of black, the tuning pegs on this neck are black, and there's no sense in I mean, I'm sure these are good enough. Fender, regardless of whether it's a Fender USA or Fender Squire or a Squire that's licensed by Fender, are probably sufficient. I would hope. I'm leaving the same nut in there. Hopefully it will work out. And since the tuning pegs are already in the neck, what I did is I ordered from a company called Guitar Fetish. I ordered the tremola, the trem in black, and it's going to have black humbuckers with black rings, and then I'll have obviously the black tuners, and I don't know about the knobs. I guess maybe I'll get black knobs, or maybe I'll get silver or something that stands out. I don't know. Oh no! Wait a minute. I think I did. I ordered black knobs, but not the I don't know what they call them. They look like a pilgrim's hat to me, but not that style. I got the style, just a knurled black knob, in the style like you would see on a Telecaster is what it's going to be. And then down on I don't know if you can see that, the hole here, it's just going to have an oval shaped plug, a plate for the jack. So that's the way that's going to be. And what I'm going to do today is The neck cavity, I don't know why they do this. I guess they must, when they're painting these or finishing them, they must hang them on like a big meat hook like you'd see in like in a slaughterhouse or something, because it's kind of pretty atrocious. Although you don't see it because obviously the neck is here, and then um, on the back side you have your standard uh, type, cover plate. It's got a bunch of dust on it. Wipe that off. See, it's a little shinier. But you have your standard cover plate, so that uh, is like that. You don't see anything. This particular one was packaged in the fender, but I mean, for all practical purposes,